Okay. So flatware, so first, flatware. What does flatware refer to? Forks and spoons, cool, for the table. Most people have in their homes, if they're a middle upper income family, there's typically two sets of flatware. There's typically your everyday that can be whatever random junk that's in the drawer. And then the second thing is like the nice flatware for when you have people over. For Thanksgiving, for Christmas, for parties, for special occasions, where they'll take out whether it's sterling silver flatware or really nice stainless flatware for those nice occasions, but they don't necessarily pull out, like when you do a place setting, right? You set up the table with nice plates. You have your napkin that's folded all pretty. You've got your place settings. And so whenever those occasions are that you're setting the table for nice things, some families, more upper income, have special flatware just for that. Cool. By the way, and then some people have found one that mixes through all occasions. My family was definitely lower income. They did not have two sets, but they had a really nice set they got when they got married of flatware. They had a setting of eight, right? Eight sets of five is what most people traditionally have. And so you've got your steak knife or butter knife. You have your soup spoon, you have your teaspoon, you have your dinner fork, you have your salad fork. Everyone good? All right. But here's what happens. Does anyone know like some of the problems? Like my parents got their flatware when they got married, right? 19 years later, I started this job. How much of the flatware did they still have from when they got married 19 years ago? They had a good amount, by the way. They had over half, maybe 60%, but there's a lot of stuff that was just missing. It's like socks. They just disappear. We don't know how, we don't know where, we don't know what happens, but they're just gone. Tupperware lids, okay? Same thing happens with those. Well, forks and spoons somehow run away. Sometimes they might take one to work with something they're eating, they didn't bring it back, things get lost. The other issue that you'll see with flatware, all right, don't read the scripts yet. We're going to go through it. I just want you guys learning a little bit first. The other thing that we sorry, I lost my train of thought. I knew it was with me. So you've got what we were just talking about. Oh, the other issue is garbage disposal. All right, that's another culprit for a lot of flatware getting like messed up and banged up. And I remember I was doing dishes one day. This was in high school, and I turned on the disposal, and I didn't know there was a teaspoon down there. And you're right with the metal. I was like, oh pull out this like mangled little spoon. Well, guess what? My parents can't just go to the store and buy a new one because they got that 19 years before, or at that point, maybe 15 years before when they got married in Puerto Rico, on their wedding registry. But like that flatware set has been discontinued. Most flatware sets are discontinued on purpose. You guys know that? Why would they do that on purpose? So that, yeah, you're like, if you want a full matching set, you have to buy a new one. Okay. It's called planned obsolescence when you have, like, they plan it so that you have to replace things over and over. Okay. So it's planned because if not, they lose money that they're like, we want you to buy new flatware every, 10 years at least, right? If not sooner to get new flatware. And people like to remodel and people like new stuff. So it's not like against societal norms. Does that make sense? All right. But it's a huge industry. And so, as far as the forks and spoons and what we have, what I love about our flatware, so we do have the traditional flatware that's classic and pearl that just came back for a limited time. Just so y'all know, I was gonna bring one from the house. I just found one randomly. Again, everyone has different. Some people love it. I think it's the ugliest, most horrible. I hate the shape. I hate how skinny the fork is. Like this part, I wish I had it. Dang it. It's almost like just three of these is like how the fork is. Like it's so skinny, and these little tongues are really skinny. So it's about 30%, 25% skinnier than this for like the main fork. And so it's long and skinny. I think it's awful. I hate it. And other people are like, I love it. It's the best. And that's what I'm saying. There's so much divide when it comes to flatware. For me, I'm obsessed with how light these are, but also sturdy. You can't mess with these. It's Cutco. It's not gonna like bend or whatever, but like it's also really, really light. Where for people that are older, people with carpal tunnel, people that have arthritis, like having heavier things, like it doesn't feel good in your hands. All right. And I'm going to pass this around and you guys can look at the whole 5-piece set over here, but just so you can see at least the weight of this. The table knife, by the way, is the same front part as the other table knives, exactly the same, high carbon stainless steel. And it's put into a stainless steel handle. All right. So you guys see the break on the table knife. That's because you've got you've got just stainless steel, and then you've got the high carbon stainless steel for the cutting that's put together. All right. So just so you guys are aware of that as well. Hold your stuff together. You're going to cut some food. All right. So for me, I'm obsessed with this. It's my favorite. Like I've never found flatware that I love more than our flatware. Where my father, he's like, I don't like it. It's too light. I was like, what? I'm like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, this is like literally, like I've had so many, like I'm so picky with forks and spoons. And this is why I'm like, nope, too skinny. Nope, too heavy. Nope, too big. This fork's too big for my mouth. This fork's too skinny. Like not enough food can go on it. This is here, whatever it is, where I feel like ours are like the perfect ever made. The sizes are great. The salad fork, I love the size of it. And again, the width of it, it's like perfect. Your soup spoon is fantastic. The soup spoon is the only thing that I would maybe make a little bit shorter and a little bit wider just because it's a soup spoon. But this works fantastic. I love it. And then you have your teaspoon here as well. All right. But if you guys want to sell a lot of flat, first of all, it's good to have it out and you guys can pass it up. You want to have flatware. So you guys can go. This is the one thing I'll tell you, invest into your business and buy it for yourself. Or I was gonna actually I'll set a contest for today. Anyone who sells $1,500 or more today, on the day, I will buy you your sample flatware from your thing. All right. So anyone who sells 1,500 bucks today, well, your manager will buy you. This I'll show you guys here. And that's a fair, it's gonna pop up here. So if you guys go to your samples, okay. So if you go to your samples, by the way, I didn't start with this, but I do I'll give a shout out afterwards actually, because we're like recording this for future. Let's see here. All right. Going crazy. Okay, so if you guys go into here to Cutco orders and then non-customer orders, you guys can click buy Cutco samples. Cool. You guys have some things that you're able to sell or to buy at discount. Only one of them, by the way. So don't think you can buy a bunch of ice cream scoops for $12 and sell them for profit. You get one. This is a perk of working here. Cool. That you get these products. So you've got your, it's a 3-piece flatware. And so it has the dinner fork and then it has the teaspoon. It's like one of the big, one of the small, and then the table knife. So it's these 3 is what comes in your sample. So stainless dinner fork, stainless teaspoon, and stainless table knife. You can get this for 39 bucks. Cool. You want this. You will, for me, I actually would want a 5-piece flatware and maybe set a contest with your manager on what you need to do to get one of those. But when I walk into a customer's house to do the demo, and you guys could look at other stuff, like you can get basically the rest of your homemaker for $234. If you guys haven't bought your sample kit yet, you should already buy your sample kit or buy a new one so it's yours. And have that. But there's some things here you guys can explore later. I'm not going to go over that now. I do need, if you can run to my office and grab, there's a black charger on the floor before I die here. This here, as far as the flatware goes, when I get to a customer's house, once this came out in 2010, I would take it to all of my demos. And as I set everything up, the first thing I would do is this. I would like put my book out, grab my stuff, but I would actually shine my flatware and I would put it right there close to them, just sitting on the table. I would not talk about it until the end of the demo, but I just set it up. And guess what's happening throughout the entire presentation? They keep looking at it or they grab it, they're playing with it. But it was always like, this is like, if we were over here, it's over here. If I'm talking to my customer here, it was kind of like over here, right? So it was like arm's distance from them, but like they could see it perfectly. I wanted it at an angle where they could see it perfectly. And they keep looking at it, and I'm like, pretty, right? But I just keep talking. And I heard someone say this once, and I loved it. They're like, it's like the jewelry for the kitchen, right? Like, and the mom's like, ooh, look at it. But you want to shine it up. Like, I didn't have my polishing cloth, but you want to make sure to polish it. And when I polish it, I usually held this here to then do the handle. You guys all grabbed it, so you made it all yucky. There it is. And so now it's shiny versus having smudges on it. All right. So shine the top and then also shine the handle before you lay it down. So they look nice and beautiful. And they're there. So the beauty of these is that when somebody purchases them, again, at any time, they can always replace individual pieces. They could literally buy one fork if they lost a fork. If it just got mangled, as long as they have a piece of the fork, the company will replace it. Okay. So that's really cool too when you're going through there. So we're going to role play through, but my big keys for flatware are this. Number one, have some. If you don't have some, it's really hard to sell a lot of it. Once I had it, it was very rare I didn't sell flatware on an appointment. It was the easiest add-on. They're looking at it and they're like, oh my God, they like it and they needed new flatware. I'm like, well, you're never going to buy flatware again. Literally never have to replace it. And I always told customers the beauty of the flatware is that you don't have to have two different types of sets. It's elegant enough to set at the table for nice occasions, but it's also practical for everyday use. And a lot of people don't like the nice stuff out for every day because it could get ruins. And I'm like, whenever it's not like at the caliber of how you wanted it, you can always send it back and tell them like these are scratched up, like I need new ones or I need it polished out. And if they can't get them brand new, they will replace them. Cool. And so that's the beauty of investing into Cutco. So with that, we are going to role play through our approach here. All right. And so again, at the front here, it says, show the knives, show after the knives. Obviously, I like to have my samples out so they're staring at them throughout the entire demo. If you're virtual, obviously you can't do that. Get in as many live demos. You're going to sell a lot more Cutco when you're in person and you have more product to show. Understand the basics, right? And then it says, hey, we love our flatware, not just for how it looks, but how practical it is for everyday use. So again, they're beautiful and they're great for day to day. Someone tell me what's the flatware knowledge. What are the facts about the Cutco flatware, Sasha? On the bottom, the last 5 points.
They're 18 times stainless steel. So making it like a flatware.
Yep, keep going.
Is dishwasher safe? You can get individual replacements for them. They're American made and they're forever guaranteed.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They're dishwasher safe. I love throwing them in the dishwasher. So when you have like sterling silver, if you have really nice ones, you have to polish them. You can't put them in the dishwasher. And so I love how practical these are. If they still want those other ones, great, but these like cover everything unless you're having like a wedding. So we've got our Cutco flatware approach. So we're gonna role play through this right now. So Claire, go ahead and kick us off. So transition from the knives.
Okay, Ms. Cathy. The next thing I'd like to show my customers is the Cutco flatware. Are you familiar with it?
No, I don't think I've seen the flatware before.
No, do you mind if I show you?
No problem.
Okay, great.
All right, problem. Go ahead.
Favorite things that Cutco made. Most people don't know this, but we're one of the last companies that still makes their flour in the US. Everyone else is done overseas. A lot of customers, when investing in quality flour, are hesitant about damaging or losing pieces of their set, either having to replace them or buying another set to match. They can also be a higher maintenance for polishing.
All right, cool. Solution, Aiden.
What's great about Cutco is that it's 18% stainless steel, which is the highest grade of steel used in flatware in North America. It resists rusting, pitting, and tarnishing, so it keeps its appearance longer than other brands. What's also great is that if customers lose any pieces in the set, they can call Cutco and buy open stock items to always replace individual pieces. We make this one designed for that reason, so you'll have it available for purchase if necessary. It's low maintenance as it's dishwasher safe and guaranteed like everything else. If you damage it, break it, etc., just send it back in and Cutco will fix it or replace it for free. It's designed to look nice for special occasions, but feel tough to handle everyday usage.
Some closing. Go ahead, Mr. Kinley.
Our most popular option for the flatware is our 60-piece set. It serves for 12, and Cutco has a package deal that includes the 6-piece serving set. They retail for about $3,000, $3,000 for quality flatware. It's similar to brands you get from Williams Sonoma or Pottery Barn. However, Cutco right now has a package deal where it sells for $22.43, and you can split that into 5 payments, interest free, for only $4.53 tax plus tax per month.
All right, buy now bonus, Dawson.
Just so you know, if you decide to get that today, I could include up to $300 of Cutco of your choice to go with it.
All right, and then dropping down, go ahead and finish up there.
No problem. Just so you know, we do have the option to sell this without serving set, or we can do smaller than that. For place setting, anything without the box.
And by the way, y'all, I had a customer once, husband and wife that I went to go see, and the husband, and they were definitely like middle lower income. He was a mechanic. I don't know what she did. They lived in a very small house, you know, very humble neighborhood. But I'm doing the demo, but in my head, like I have never had a no-sell toe mechanic. So I was like, I'm gonna go see them because I know I'm gonna sell at least a starter set, you know? And so I went to go do this demo, and I'm closing on the everything homemaker. The husband loves to cook, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, we need this, honey. We need this, right?" And she's like, "We can't. There's no way. We don't have money for this. We don't have money for this. Like, you know how tight we are. We got this, we got that, right?" She's got all the things that they have. He's like, "I know, but like, we really need good knives." She's like, "No, we can't. We can't because da, 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 da." Okay, whatever. I'm like, "Hey, no worries." I'm like, "Let me show you some of the smaller options." I was like, "We even have some smaller sets, gift sets and starter sets where you could put down like 125 today or so and get something really nice started. And whenever you're ready, you can always upgrade in the future." And so we go through and we drop down and we end up getting, she's like, "Yeah, maybe just piece." No, no. And she's like, "No, no, no." As we're going through the sets, just keep saying no. The husband's like, and she's like, "No, we can't financially. We just can't." She's like, "Maybe just a couple things, maybe like 2 or 3 pieces or something, honey." And he was like, "All right." So then he picks a chef knife, the trimmer, and the super shears, right? Are you kidding me? I'm like, "You need a starter set with free scissors in that case." But I said, "Okay, perfect." I grabbed the chef knife, the trimmer, and the super shears. That's about $500, you know, like, or like just shy of that, you know, for those pieces. And I said, "You could buy, we could customize something and we could buy, you know, we can customize, you can get whatever you want." I was like, "We do have some pre-made, like there's some bundles and packages, and there's one that actually has the chef and the trimmer and the super shears and the vegetable peeler. And then it also has the spatula, and it also has the larger carver. Comes with a tray, comes with a cutting board, comes with a sharpener." And I said, "You know, it's you get a lot more for your money." And it was like a $60 difference, right? I'm like, "So you could put down today, you know, one whatever, and try it all out." I said, "You just get a lot more for your money. Do you like that better, or you want to just go with the 3 pieces?" And the husband looks at her. He's like, "Babe, that's a no-brainer. Like, we get double the stuff for almost the same price. Like, let's do that." And she's like, "Yeah, I guess you're right." He's like, "We can swing 125 because I had it $40 a week, $20 each." He's like, "You can do $20, right? I can do $20. I know I can. Like, I think this is something worth investing into. Like, we should get this. Let's start with the smaller set." She's like, "Okay." She finally says, "Okay." Then I go to gifts and accessories, and I'm going through stuff, and I get to flatware, and she goes, "You have flatware?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my gosh, we need new flatware. We need new flatware so bad. I've been looking for flatware." I was at the mall the other day looking at Macy's, and I just couldn't find something that I liked. And I was like, she got like real loud and real excited. And I was like, "Oh, well, just so you know, our flatware is not cheap. We're priced like the top stuff in stores. So you're going to be looking at about 200, you know, 200, $300 per setting." And she goes, "Well, yeah, that's normal for flatware." Right. And she was like, "Well," and she goes, "So how much would it be for 8?" Right. And so I showed her the price, and I go, "Honestly, if you're going to get 8, it makes sense to get the 12-piece settings." And I said, "It's discounted. You actually get 12 for the price of like 9, and you get a free storage option for our 60-piece set." And she was like, "How much is that?" So now we're back up to like the 2000 range, right? And I write down, here's what the deposit would be. It's like 4 something, right? And it was like I don't know, it was around 120 a week, which would be like $60 each, right? And she's like, "Okay." She's like, "But honey, we need to get this." And he's like, I thought we didn't have money. And he goes to going back to everything she was saying when he wanted to get the homemaker. And she's like, but we need flatware, right? And he's like, okay, but we need good knives. And they start kind of a little bit arguing. And I was like, I have a solution. I was like, if you guys want to get the flatware chest, I will buy you the all knife set as a gift. I was like, so you guys buy the flatware, I'll buy you the knife set, sir. He was like, what? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, and I said, it's up, you can buy the scissors if you want them or not. I can't include that too, but I'll buy you the all knife set. And they were like, done. And they added the scissors and paid for it themselves. All right. So I could tell you so many freaking stories, like this. Like, guys, if our customers work, if they own a house, they can afford Cutco. It's do they want it or not? Are they excited about it or not? And do they feel it's worth it or not? Right? Which means she didn't feel the knives were worth it because she didn't really value knives. Her husband cooked all the time and was a mechanic and knew the value of great tools and thought it was totally worth it. But something she had been shopping for was flatware. And she was ready to pay $250 a setting at the store because that's what nice flatware costs, right? And we got hers for less, guaranteed forever. She's obsessed with her stuff. And so just know that whatever they say in the beginning is not all the things. It's based on what you've given them so far. And it just means they're really not that excited about that. Drop down. All right. Unless they tell you we just lost our job, Aiden, then that's for real. Okay. And in that case, it's like, well, hey, I'll show you everything so you know what we have. And if there's anything you are comfortable getting today, that's up to you. If you need a birthday gift, there's something that you need already, or if you want to even just get one knife to have something, and then you have that in the system and you can always have that for the future, we'll show you that. They're like, all right, cool. All right. So I'm going to hand things over to John